young and hot? You're looking at this man and you're saying he's young and hot? Did a worm eat your brain? What the f is going on, dude? Average 40-month Hasanabi. Is it bad or wrong to resent elites? Yes, dude. Of course it's understandable to resent elites. It's just funny to think that this guy is not a elite. His last name is Kennedy. What are you saying? He came out and made an announcement that he was running for president and immediately said he hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, bro, and Ghislaine Maxwell. What are you guys doing? He openly stated that a worm has eaten a significant portion of his brain, bro. What are we doing? Like, if your most important political position, like your most out there political position, for Bernie Sanders, it was Medicare for all. If your most significant political, like heterodox position is that you are anti-medicine, I'm sorry, what are we, are we cavemen? Are we Christian scientists? Like, what are we doing here? What the fuck? He is not anti-medicine. So you have a young, hot president that's basically the same as Biden, an environmentalist, someone who would actually do something, and his flaws, the vaccine bullshit, why not him? It would infinitely benefit the system if we get a third party in for once. Dude, young and hot? You're looking at this man and you're saying he's young and hot? Did a worm eat your brain? What the fuck is going on, dude? Yo, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm actually done. I'm done. I'm hanging it up. I can't be a political commentator no more, okay? It's too far. We've gone too far. My haters won. Okay, it was actually a long-term fan that caused me to come to the conclusion that I say things and, you know, you hear them, but it just escapes your brain immediately after. Okay, I'm packing it up, dude. What the fuck? Put that thirst trap off screen. We're done. We're done. We're done. RFK called Janine a bomb factory. Oh, yeah.
Janine. Janine is a bomb factory. Most nations, Russia, when it was dealing with issues like Janine and Chechnya, simply bomb the neighborhood because you have a neighborhood where virtually 100% of the people who live there are supporting terrorism, where the terrorists are hiding behind civilians, and where everybody is involved in bomb making.
Isn't he against big pharmaceutical companies? What's the problem with that? Wouldn't you like to see more regulation regarding medicine? Think about the crack epidemic. Wait. The crack epidemic? Bro, he's not against big pharma. He's against medicine, okay? Dude, what the fuck? Cussy destroyer. Oh, there should be a lot of people running for presidents tops 50 years, in my opinion. No, I mean... What the fuck is going on, bro? This is crazy. Yeah, crack cocaine, famously a byproduct of big pharma. Oh, Jesus Christ, please. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. The funniest part about this is that, like, obviously I make jokes about, like, third-party guys in the chat all the time because, like, that's just not how American elections works. And they're basically doing the Hillary Clinton style, she can win if you vote for her, which is even funnier when you're doing that for a third-party candidate. But, like... But, like, the RFK people I have so much more smoke for. because he is just like, he is identical in every sense of the word to the average Democrat. He is a literal Kennedy. He's hung out like a lot with the Epsteins. He might have driven his first wife to commit suicide. And he's anti-medication. And he literally said COVID was a Chinese Ashkenazi Jewish conspiracy. I don't know, man. And he had a brain worm. Like, he just came out and said he had a brain worm and then was apparently openly joking about how he's not anti-Semitic. He supports Israel. Yeah, he's a massive. Yeah, he was accused of sexual assault. And he said, I never said I was perfect. I got skeletons. RFK would be the best president because he defeated his brain worm. We need that kind of strength when the mind flayers show up. RFK is the type of neighbor to walk around his front yard completely nude with no tan lines and takes his garbage out on the wrong nights of the week because he's disconnected mentally. I will vote for his spooky ass. Why are like the three main people running for office all just like genuinely mentally disabled? Like openly. What the fuck is happening in America? Like, actually, what is going on? You got a dude with fucking brain worms running against a dude who is demented, running against another dude who's insane. What is happening? Why are these the options? I'm losing my fucking mind. Yeah, I'm Oh.
And those bombs are destined to kill civilians, to be strapped on men, women, and children, and kill civilians in Israel.
By the way, he's talking about Jenin in the West Bank. He's talking about how Israel, of course, blows up Jenin in the West Bank in occupied territory because children are strapping themselves with bombs.
Most nations, and we've done this ourselves, and clearly Russia was doing it in Chechnya. Chechnya was would go in there and bomb that neighborhood. What the Israeli IDF does is they send people to do retail combat, door to door, putting IDF soldiers at risk in order to avoid civilian casualties, collateral casualties.
This is so much funnier because it's extremely anti-Semitic. Oh no, he is anti-Semitic, but he's super pro-Israel. So like, obviously that doesn't track with like the American consciousness because we've like basically decided that you can be as anti-Semitic as you want. Like, you can literally be a Hitlerian spokesperson for Israel. One of the most famous cases of what I'm talking about is John Hagee, the evangelical pastor, who literally said Hitler was the Antichrist, was Jewish, and actually did a biblical thing so that like he killed 6 million Jews so that Jews could have Israel. Like, that's not even a joke. That motherfucker was invited to speak at the pro-Israel rally in DC. You can be a straight up fucking Nazi in the Western world. As long as you're pro-Israel, literally no one will talk about how anti-Semitic you are. Yeah, here it is.
We need to talk about bioweapons. The level, I know a lot now about bioweapons because I've been doing a book on it for the past 2.5 years.
Fucking Twitter video, dude. Come on. It's not going to play.
And we need to talk about bioweapons. The level, he's done the same thing. In fact, COVID-19, there's an argument that it is ethnically targeted. COVID-19 attacks certain races disproportionately. The races that are most immune to COVID-19 are because of the structure of the genetic structure of genetic.
Yeah, that's John Levine, one of my OG haters, New York Post writer.
Differentials among different races. of the receptors, of the ACE2 receptor, COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese. But we don't know whether it was deliberately targeted that or not. But there are papers out there that show the racial and ethnic differential impact to that. We do know that the Chinese.
If there's one thing you know about Ashkenazi Jews, they never get sick. Famously, I'm a guy who has never met an Ashkenazi Jew, so this tracks. Famously, okay, they never get sick, ever. Like after drinking fucking milk, just or in general. It's so out there. It is such a ridiculous fucking take. Wasn't Ethan sick like every episode of Leftovers? Yes. That's why it's funny.
Are spending hundreds of millions of dollars developing ethnic bioweapons, and we are developing ethnic bioweapons. That's what all those labs in the Ukraine are about. They're collecting Russian DNA. They're collecting Chinese DNA so that we can target people by.
What do you do with chatters who still support RFK? Like, this guy seems crazy. Dude, respect to them. Respect to them, honestly. The only major difference he has with like the Democratic Party on foreign policy is that he wants to like he wants to cut some military spending, not to Israel, just to Ukraine, which is like literally just the Republican Party's position, I guess. And he's also not just anti-vaxxer, he is literally anti-medicine. I cannot stress this enough. He is not just simply an anti-vaxxer. He is anti-medication. Okay? Also, I think it's important for me to like every now and then talk about RFK because like, you know, there's still going to be cranks here. I'm an independent content creator. Like I'm an independent media personality. So as an independent media personality, I still do have like a magnet for cranks in general. So, you know, every now and then I think it's, you know, responsible. It is the responsible thing to do to like, you know, give a checkup and explain to people who are maybe not familiar with RFK Jr. that much to recognize that he is like genuinely crazy. Mental health stigma is widespread. To think you are immune is foolish. Like this person is like begging for a ban, right? Because, you know, I'm fucking mentally ill too. It's just that I try to make it fun. I prefer you not bringing him up. His voice is suey fuel. I know, but you know, sometimes they got to hear it. That's actually the craziest part about it is that like he's both anti-medicine and he sounds like he's fucking dying, which is always weird. Like at least, you know, like on the most visible front, you kind of don't want the guy who's like anti-medicine, but also simultaneously claiming that that makes you like stronger to literally sound like he is on the verge of death all the time. You know? He's also a landlord. He evicted the brainworm. Yeah, it's fucked up. There's actually logical evidence why he speaks like that. Yeah, it's that he's speaking like that to serve the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour so that you think you can use that as a bait to serve a 3-minute ad break. Don't they have a notoriety of having genetic diseases? Oh my God. Oh, never mind. You are actually defending RFK and saying, no, the reason why he speaks like that, I think is because he like shot up heroin and got some kind of disease from it and it fucked up. It fried his vocal cords. Like that's the reason. It's not because like the Kennedys are cursed, which they are. For chatters wondering what's up with his voice, he blew it out singing in a band in the 2000s similar to Sonny Moore, who you now know as Skrillex or M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. I think it was Hep, but I don't quote me. Yeah, I thought that was what it was. Yeah. Weird that he's so anti-jab now. Yeah, maybe that's why. According to him, only Jewish people aren't affected by his condition. Ashkenazi Jews are not affected by the vocal cord frying that I got. It was also due to the Chinese Ashkenazi Jew collaboration. His policies are listed clearly here. Yeah, I know. He's great. Come on, man, on his anniversary. It's the anniversary of the 3-minute ad break, by the way. You really think he's a worse candidate than Biden, though? A lot more coherent? Bro, there is no fucking, like, what are we talking about, dude? What the fuck are we actually talking about? What do you mean he's a worse candidate than Biden? Yes. It's kind of hard to fucking find a person that's literally worse than Biden because, like, he has the same positions that Biden does on Israel. Like, my biggest hang up with Joseph Robinette Biden right now, Biden, I'm going to keep calling him Biden. I don't know why. I'm fucking up his last name so much now. My biggest resentment for Brandon, beyond the fact that he's a selfish asshole who just wants to keep fucking staying in the race, despite the fact that he's like 850 years old, okay, is also his unimaginably violent stance on Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign. Why the fuck would I swap him out for another guy who also has the same position on Israel with no proven fucking track record whatsoever on what he might do and only promises? And also on top of that, he's anti-medication. Goddamn right, because I'm right. Wait, what? Being violently ableist is getting to you, bro? Guys, we are not having this fucking conversation when it comes to someone who's running for president, okay? I trolled him saying you agree with him. Sorry. Oh, no, he literally thinks I am agreeing with him. Of course, the RFK supporter, who is a 25-month subscriber of mine, thinks that I'm in agreement with him because a fucking dumbass chatter told him that that was the case.